Hi gang, Rob here. It is the evening of 23 April 2026. It's Thursday night at 9. And even during a time of channel hijacking, we're having a knife sale on the Word is Sharp channel. Hopefully this will be the last one, and we'll be back to the old channel soon. We are in the process of restoration. But as for now, we will proceed. Before I get to the interesting part of this video, which is the actual knife sale, let's do a little bit of housekeeping as usual. First off, I need you to be familiar with and agreeable to the terms of the sale, which I'm going to post on the screen for you in just a moment, and they will also be printed in the description underneath this video. I don't have any video links for you, but you can email me if you have questions about the process from either the buyers or the consignors perspective, or if you have knives for me to sharpen, send me an email at robert.bixby65@gmail.com. Also in the all-important video description, you're going to see the list of tonight's inventory, complete with timestamps down the left side, pricing down the right. In that pricing column, you will generally see two numbers. The one to the left of the slash is the price of your knife as shown in the video. The price on the right is its price as sharpened by the TheApostleP Knife Service. There will be no next day sharpening this week as I'm still trying to catch up around the estate. So I got to be in the yard tomorrow. But backlog is low, just about 2 weeks. So if you can wait a couple weeks for your knife to ship and you'd like it sharpened, that's the way to go. If you see the word sold in lieu of a price for any given item, that means it has been bought and paid for by its new owner. So there's no need to send an inquiry or an I'll take it message for anything marked sold. All caps, exclamation point. And that is it for the housekeeping. Let's get the terms up on the screen for you now, and then we'll be right back with the sale. And it's a monster. It'll be fun. Here are the terms. All right, let's get to it, shall we? First off, we have some leftovers from last week. We're going to work through these rather quickly. If you want to watch the extended segment, you can always jump back to last week's video. First one is from Cold Steel. It is sort of like the magnum opus of Andrew Demko's Triad Lock line of knives at Cold Steel. The 5 Max, this one with OD green, G10 scales, and a sort of black wash blade. Look at that monster. 7 1/8 inches of closed length. Triad lock mechanism. Oh, 5 inches of very broad, nicely ground S35VN wearing an Apostle P edge. Pocket clip is ambidextrous tip up. The mechanics are perfect, including the centering on a very long blade. So we'll call it near mint in box. This model currently available new for $360 web retail. We ran it last week at $200, didn't sell, dropped it to $190 for the weekend. This week's price, $180. No need to sharpen on the 5 Max from Cold Steel. Next, we have one from Spyderco, made in Golden, Colorado, USA Earth. It is the military in the original configuration, but with Burple G10 scales and a blade in S110V. There she is. The blade length is 4 1/16. The handle's 5 9/16. Early but secure lockup and rock solid. Nice free blade and beautifully centered. We'll call this near mint to like new in box. About $296 Spyderco map price or web retail. We ran it last week at $185, didn't sell. Down to $170 for the weekend, still here. This week's price, $160. shipped priority mail, $185 with my edge. The military in Burple and S110V from Spyderco. Next up, we're going bold with a pretty cool version of a knife I don't love, but a lot of you do. It's a ZT0452CF, designed by Dmitry Sinkevich, but this has the M390 blade and the blue anodized titanium frame, which I don't think you can find anywhere. Closed length 5 3/16. There's your carbon fiber scale. There's your blue anodized frame. Somebody's been carrying this left-handed. You do have an ambidextrous tip-up deep carry clip. Opens with a flipper. Blade rides on ball bearings. Wearing an ApostleP edge. The blade's 4 1/16 inches of M390. I'm going to call it near mint in box because it has been sharpened and because there's just a little bit of a burnished corner on the blue titanium frame. Discontinued, out of stock, and unobtainium. We ran this last week at $210. It didn't sell. We dropped it to $195 for the weekend. This week's price, $185. No need to sharpen. That's the blue and M390 452 from ZT. Next, man, all my lefties must be on vacation because this is a cool knife and nobody's bought it. From Vero Engineering, we have an Axon liner lock, left-handed, designed by Joseph Vero. Stonewashed M390 sheep's foot blade. Natural canvas micarta scales. It's a front flipper. Let's say, can he do it? He can do it. And it also can be opened with this slot or fuller. The blade is 3 1/2 inches of M390. The handle is 4 9/16. It is a titanium liner lock with a stainless steel insert. Locks up early and very securely. I think it's got a serial number. It says number 205. Good looking natural canvas. Beautiful milled titanium pocket clip. That is left hand. Tip up only. Conditions near mint to like new in box. These are currently out of stock. When they were last available, they had a web retail price of $250. Ran this last week at $175. Didn't sell. Dropped it to $160 for the weekend. It's still here. Somebody gets a buy on it this week. $150 all in, shipped priority mail. $175 with my edge. The Axon liner lock from Vero Engineering. Next, man, we have 2 screaming deals on 2 Hoback knives. Now, I know there's been some controversy with this brand about the country of origin of some of his components, but guys, they're beautiful and they're cheap. This one's going to come in an aftermarket pouch. I do have the COA. It's a Black Stallion Warhorse in crew wear. Both blade and handle are finished in what Jake calls the Midnight Battle Worn Bronze finish. A beautifully milled handle with an ambidextrous tip up titanium spring clip. It is a flipper. Blade runs on ball bearings. It's kind of a stubby Tonto. 3 1/8 inches of blade. 4 5/8 handle. You do have a steel inserted titanium frame lock mechanism with the Hoback rolling detent that is both smooth and adjustable. Lockup is about where you want it, I think, and very secure. We'll call the condition near mint, no box, with COA. These are unobtainium, can't find them anywhere. We ran this last week at $250, didn't sell. Went to $235 for the weekend. It is still here. This week's price, $225 shipped priority mail, $250 with an ApostleP edge. the Black Stallion Warhorse from Hoback Knives. And next we have the other Hoback that comes with the original pouch from the maker and this card. In lieu of a COA, we just have the Jake Hoback card with the data about the knife on a sticker on the back. It is a custom Kwaiback limited edition in 20 CV. I'm going to call the finish acid stonewashed, but a super cool knife. In true Quaken fashion, the blade is completely concealed in the handle when closed. The handle length is 5 5/16. The blade, which opens by a flipper tab, is a Tonto affair. 3 11/16 inches in length out of 20 CV. This also features the Hoback rolling detent in the stainless steel inserted titanium frame lock. Has an ambidextrous tip-up titanium clip. Nice hidden lanyard attachment. Centering is awfully close to perfect. Near mint in pouch, no outer box. Sold listings for this model on eBay range wildly between $350 and $1,008. We ran this one last week at $325. It did not sell. Down to $300 for the weekend. It still didn't sell. This week's price, $285 for a custom Hoback knife. $285 like it is $315 if you'd like it with my edge. The custom Kwaiback limited edition. Next up, we have a real buy for Hinderer fans. Or if you think you'd like to, find out what Hinderers are all about and they've just been out of your price range, here you go. We have an XM18 3.5 inch with the forest green G10 scale and the stonewashed, or I guess the working finish titanium frame. We have a bronze anodized titanium clip and fill tab, perforated. And this is a Gen 3 or Gen 4 knife, I guess, because it has no tri-way pivot, just Teflon washers. And it does not have a steel lock face insert. So, they flip interestingly. Not like ball bearings. So you have stonewashed flats and satin primary bevels on this S35 VN blade. 3.5 blade, 4 3/4 handle. There is your lockup. Deep but not too deep and very secure. Centering, I'm going to call it very close on this one. Not quite perfect. It does favor the bottom side slightly. You could probably center it and then it wouldn't flip as well. We're going to say this is excellent, no box. There's a little wear on the clip. There's a little haze in the blade face. But you do get this. A genuine Hinderer assembly tool. I don't know what these sell for, but I don't think they're cheap. So you have your hex key. You have your flat. And then you have your spanner. You get the whole shooting match, boys. We ran this last week at $350. Didn't sell. Dropped it to $325 last weekend. It still didn't sell. This week's price, $310. As shown, $330 with an ApostleP edge. Guys, it wasn't so very long ago that if you wanted to buy this blade on the secondary market and you couldn't buy a new one because there never were any, you'd have paid $600 or $700 for this knife. $310 this week. Next is our last leftover. It is from Microtech. Look at that thing. This is a UTX 85. Black hard anodized aluminum frame side of the handle, and then the cap is gorgeous carbon fiber. All black hardware, black clip. Looks like we have serial information. Serial number is 03512. This was made in November of 2016. Button effort, I'm going to call firm, but 100% reliable. This will not be a movie time fidget tool. The blade is in L-Max, 3 1/8 in blade length, 4 7/16 handle. We'll call it excellent to near mint. I think I see a little wear on the pocket clip on the edges, and not really any edge wear to speak of. Anyway, we ran this a week ago, Thursday at $230. Dropped it to $210 for the weekend, but it's still here. This week's price, $195, like it is, $220 with an ApostleP edge. The UTX 85 single edge in carbon fiber from Microtech. Next up, we are on to the fresh stuff. We're going to start it off with a couple of Kershaws. Here's the first one. This is a 6106 BLK Bel Air CP for clip point. I don't know that I've handled one of these. It's kind of sexy. Murdered out configuration. Black G10, not aluminum. With a DLC blade, ambidextrous tip up, deep carry pocket clip. Duralock. Opens with thumb studs, rides on ball bearings. Look at that sexy little clip point. In CPM MagnaCut. 3 1/16 blade, 4 3/16 handle. That's to the end of the clip, which adds some length. Rock solid lockup. Smooth as silk ball bearing action. Perfect blade centering. There's a little coating wear. You can see, I think, some striations in the coating. Somebody actually cut stuff. And then there's some microchipping in the edge. I would suggest getting this one sharpened, by the way. Anyhow, currently available for a Kershaw map price or web retail of $160. We're going to do this one at $90, shipped priority mail. $115 if you'd like it with my edge. The 6106 BLK Bel Air from Kershaw. Next up, and you're going to need to be specific in your I'll take it's for these Bel Airs, because there are two of them. The next one comes no box, just in a baggie. And it's kind of a Frankenblade. And I'll explain why as we get on with this segment. It's got blue hard anodized aluminum scales, and they're gorgeous. Duralock. Ambidextrous tip-up deep carry pocket clip. Thumb studs and ball bearings. Black wash finish on a MagnaCut blade. They call this a reverse Tonto, but it's not. It's basically a Warncliffe, isn't it? But notice, where did I find this? Yeah. The model number stamped on or etched on the blade says 6105 G10. So the blade came out of a G10 knife, not an aluminum scaled knife, but anyway. I believe you can actually buy this knife. Yes, you can. It would be called the 6105 NBBW, configured exactly like this. 3 1/16 blade, 4 3/16 handle, ball bearings. Somebody's got that pivot cranked down a bit. Centering's gorgeous. Condition near mint, no box. This model is available just like you see it for $159 web retail. And because it's not an original configuration, we're going to do it at $90 like it is, $115 with my edge. The Bel Air in blue aluminum from Kershaw. Next up. We got an old pair of blue jeans, boys. In a plastic baggie, no box with this one. It's a mini grip. A model they haven't made in a few years, but man, I don't think it's been used. Look how fresh that Normal GTX looks. You got your Griptilian traction patch, black Normal GTX handle. Somebody has swapped a clip to a Parkerized deep carry factory clip. Opens with a hole, rides on phosphor bronze. It's the 555HG for hollow ground. Mini grip. They still do a sheep's foot mini grip, but they don't hollow grind them anymore. And they don't do them in 154 CM anymore, which this is. You got a 2 7/8 blade, a 3 7/8 handle. Nice run of pretty sharp jimping. Axis lock, rides on phosphor bronze. Not quite a free dropper, but super flingable. Lockup is dead rock solid. Centering, whoa, how about that? Let's see, how would I write down? I wrote perfect. And I wrote that the action is slightly gummy. You could probably work with it. Anyway, near mint, no box, discontinued, out of stock. Yours for the bargain price of $75. $95 if you'd like it to come with an ApostleP Edge. The 555HG mini grip from Benchmade. What do we have next? Oh, it's a buy. Whoops. Another one, Sans box. Just comes in a baggie. It's another Benchmade. And it's the original Mini Freek. Model 565. So no carbon fiber, no fancy milled G10. It's got the dual durometer polymer handle. So there's a gray hard polymer underneath, revealed in the center, overmolded with a softer, almost craton-like material. Axis lock mechanism, ambidextrous tip-up Parkerized shorty deep carry clip. Opens with thumb studs, rides on phosphor bronze. You have that gorgeous blade in CPM S30V, 3-inch blade, 4 1/16 handle. Axis lock, of course, rock solid lockup. Free dropping blade that is almost perfectly centered. I called it very, very close. I'm calling the condition near mint, no box. It has been used and touched up. It has not seen a major sharpening. It's a serviceable edge, right? They're discontinued. They're out of stock. I don't even have any pricing on what they were. I do know this. You can take this one home or just wait for it to arrive. Shipped priority mail, $75 like it is. $95 with an ApostleP Edge. The Mini Freek from Benchmade. Next up, another knife with a bag and no box. This one from Spyderco. Golden, Colorado, USA Earth. A pretty cool pair of 3. I think this started as a pair of 3 PJ because it looks like this G10 was originally all black and the blade is S45VN. But somebody has done kind of a stencil or a silk screen of a tan tribal pattern, and it's super cool. They've also installed a titanium deep carry pocket clip. No original comes with it, by the way. It, of course, has the compression lock mechanism. Opens with a hole. Blade rides on phosphor bronze. 2 7/8 blade, 4 1/4 handle. Lockup, dead rock solid. Blade is a free swinger that is perfectly centered. Condition near mint, no box. I think we'll just pull one out of the air. $125, shipped priority mail, $150 with an ApostleP Edge. That's just a cool looking knife. The pair of 3 in custom scales and an S45VN blade from Spyderco. Next up, more Spidey. Made in Golden, Colorado, USA Earth. We have a Native 5 lightweight in blue FRN with a CPM Spy 27 blade. Do I remember correctly that they called this cobalt blue? I'd buy it if they did. So the Native 5 lightweight does feature the bushing pivot like a paramilitary or para 3 or a G10 Native. This also has had a titanium deep carry clip installed, no original included. It does go in all 4 positions. Your Spy 27 blade is 2 15/16 inches in length. The handle is 4 inches. Lockup is dead solid, but nice and free. Blade action. Centering is, well, I called it perfect, but I don't know, maybe it's very, very close. Condition will be near mint, no box. Oh, I'm sorry, near mint in box. This model is currently available for a web retail price of $146. This one can be yours all in. Shipped priority mail. $100 like it is. $120 with an Apostle P edge. The Native 5 lightweight in blue and Spy 27 from Spyderco. Next up, another Spidey. Not from Golden. This one is from Taichung, Taiwan. It is a Sage 5 in cobalt blue G10 and a Spy 27 blade. I think a pretty interesting combination. Love that G10. Great color. It is wearing an ambidextrous tip-up deep carry wire clip. Currently mounted for left-hand carry, but obviously shipped for right-hand carry. You can see the marks from the clip. It is a compression lock mechanism, as all Sage 5s are. Blade opens with a hole. There's your Spy 27 etch. Blade is 2 15/16. The handle is 4 3/16. Free swinger. Perfectly centered. And rock solid lockup. Let's see. I think somebody's put an edge on this. It appears that they have. I don't know. Either that's a super fine factory edge. It may be. Yeah, I think it is, now that I look closer. Anyway, these are available new for a web retail price of $206. Let's do on this one $125 like it is. $145 with an Apostle P edge. That is a nice buy on a super cool knife from Spyderco. Next up, we have our lone traditional slip joint pocket knife in tonight's sale. Kind of a special one from Tuna Valley Cutlery Company. 100% handmade in the USA. Official product of the Daniels Family Knife Brands. We got paperwork. Let's see, how would this look if it were closed properly? There we go. This is the Phoenix Jack, one of 50. In genuine India burnt stag with a 154 cm blade, nickel silver bolsters, and a 154 cm spring. 3 5/8 inches closed. I actually measured it at 3 11/16, but what the heck? Here's the knife, and it looks like that the Tuna Valley aficionados have labeled this Fat Stag. Gee, I don't know why. I don't think that's an official designation, but it's Fat Stag. Nicely chamfered and polished nickel silver bolsters. Looks like the liners are nickel silver too. Love how the Profile of the spine of the blade matches the swayback handle. Opens with a nail nick. Oh, that's about an 8.5 pull, guys. It's a beautiful little Wharncliffe blade. Nice cut swedge. Oh, so good for draw cuts. So good. Walk and talk is stunning. And the centering is very close. Not quite perfect, but not very far off. We'll call it near mint to like new in tube. So these are not in stock new right now. Arizona Custom Knives has one for sale in saw cut bone, I believe. They want $325 for that knife. I did find one sold listing on eBay for a Stag version like this. It did $202 shipped. Your price for this one, $170 all in, shipped priority mail, $185 if you'd like it to come with my edge. That is the Tuna Valley Phoenix Jack in Stag. Next up, here's a good old user Kershaw. Made in USA. The knife in the box is a Blur model 1670 OLBLK. So that should be olive drab aluminum scales with a black blade. And son of a gun, that's what we got. You do have some Tractech inserts in that aluminum handle. You have the funkiest clip ever. That's, it's been in the pocket a little. Some wear on the clip, a little bit of wear on the coating of the handle. All right at the nose, it looks like. The blade opens with the coolest thumb studs ever. They're like ramped, and they're awesome. You have a DLC blade and 14C28N steel from Sandvik. 3 3/8 blade, 4 7/16 handle. Stainless steel liner lock mechanism that's almost dead in the middle of the blade tang, a little early. Lockup is rock solid. Blade rides on phosphor bronze washers and has the speed safe spring assist mechanism. Action is perfect, the lockup's perfect, and the centering is perfect. We'll call it excellent in box, just from the little clipware. This model is currently available for $106 web retail. This one, $55, all in, shipped priority mail. $75 if you like it with my edge. That's the Blur in OD and DLC from Kershaw. Next up, we have a blue box Benchmade. Which Benchmade? Well, it's a 940 Osborne. One of the most famous modern folders of all time. For good reason. You have kind of a forest green set of hard anodized aluminum scales. You have a purple micro gear pattern titanium backspacer. You have a Parkerized Emerson style pocket clip with the Benchmade stamp. Access lock mechanism. Opens with thumb studs. Rides on phosphor bronze washers. Beautifully. Lockup is rock solid. Centering is dang. I called it very close. I think it favors the top ever so slightly. Blade length is 3 3/8. The handle is 4 7/16. Now, here's the problem. Some novice sharpener decided to tackle his 940. And this 940 is one of those where the plunge guide extends past the beginning of the edge. And that results in this smile. And he got frustrated and he kept going. He's got scratches in the blade face. Okay. I can sharpen these and keep that from happening. I'm not going to tell you I can make this disappear without sacrificing too much blade, but I can certainly make it look a whole lot better. And it looks like he didn't repeat his mistake on the show side, if that matters. Anyway, mechanically perfect, got some cosmetic issues. We can make those better. But because of that, you're going to get a nice buy on this knife. If you're looking for a user 940 that's not all beat to heck, this might be your knife. Your price, and mind you, a new one costs $300 web retail. Your price, $145 like it is, $170 with an ApostleP Edge. The 940 Osborne from Benchmade. Turning the page. Oh, next up. Oh, man, I like these. From Microtech, we have an Ultratech ZBP. Zero blade play. Single edge. Model number 1121-1T. Okay, so most single edge OTF Microtechs have a drop point blade. Not this one. Look at that stunner. It's a clip point, but it's very subtle and oh so pointy. Oh, two-tone blade, an M390 MK, black hard anodized aluminum handle, black milled titanium clip, milled or mem, I don't know which. You have the black ceramic ball for retention. That clip easily reversible, by the way. Handle length is 5 inches, including all the way to the glass breaker ball bearing. Blade length is 3 9/16. Button effort, just medium. You could do this all day. But here's the party trick. There's no blade play. None. It used to be you had to spend 4 figures on a Grant and Gavin Hawk deadlock to get that. Now you can get it from Microtech. But thank you, Grant and Gavin, for forcing their hand. I'm going to call the condition near mint in box. They're available new for $475. Your price for this one, $325, all in, shipped priority mail. $350 if you'd like it with my edge. The Ultratech ZBP single edge murdered from Microtech. Next up, we have a knife that I'm having a hard time warming up to, frankly. And it's a knife that's beloved to me. And it's just because of the finish. I know some of you guys are gaga for these. Maybe you will be for this one. From Chris Reeve Knives, we have a large Sebenza 31 handled in OD green Cerakoted titanium. You do get the upgraded camo lanyard with titanium bead and a Magna Cut blade. Our birth certificate says everything I just told you, plus it was born February 24th of 2025. Here is the knife. OD green Cerakote. I guess it's going to snail trail less. It seems like it's got a little carry wear somewhere. Maybe a little on that corner, just a little bit of burnishing. And a tiny bit on the clip right there. There's your camo lanyard with titanium bead. Opens with a single-sided thumb stud. And it opens beautifully. Free drop and blade. Your lock interface on your Reeve integral lock is a ceramic ball. Early lockup for a ceramic ball, Chris Reeve. How's the lockup? Well, it's perfect. And the centering is too. We'll call it near mint in box. This was an exclusive for Northwest Knives. When they were available, they were $665 web retail. They're gone. I found one sold listing on eBay for this knife. It did $735 shipped. This one can be yours, all in shipped priority mail for $500. $525 with an TheApostleP edge. The Chris Reeve large Sebenza 31 in OD Cerakote and a Magna Cut blade from Chris Reeve. Next up, we have one from the field grade line of Spartan blades. This is the Aster in green G10. Designed by Les George. We have some green coarsely textured G10. We have an ambidextrous tip-up deep carry pocket clip with fill tab. We got a Les George spear point, stonewashed in 154 cm. We have a stainless steel liner lock that's just about exactly 50% locked up. Rock solid. And phosphor bronze washers and thumb studs get the knife going. Lockup is rock solid. Let's see, 3 9/16 blade, 4 5/8 handle. Not quite a free dropper. Beautifully centered, however. One little ding in the corner of that G10. You can barely see it right by my fingernail. So we'll call it near mint in box. Available new for $115. Let's go $75 on this one. Shipped priority mail, $95 with my edge. The field grade Aster from Spartan Blades. Next, speaking of Spartan Blades, this is interesting. It's a fixed blade. No. What is it? Well, it is the Defensa, designed by Bill Harzy in flat dark earth. With what they're saying is OD green, canvas micarta scales, and a Kydex sheath. It doesn't look OD green to me. It looks more natural, but anyway, what do you think? What does your eye say? I don't know. Maybe it's just suggestion from all the flat dark earth Kydex. Very cool sheath. Neoprene straps split in a belt loop, which is always good. Got a little paracord lanyard. Great retention. Look at that beautiful spear point blade. Now, this flat dark earth coating, it's going to register every time it rubs against that Kydex, which it has. As you can see. The blade length is 6 inches. The handle, 5.5. Full tang knife. Even the hardware is flat dark earth coated. I don't believe they say if this is Cerakote, so I don't know. Looks like it might have been used once or twice, but not really anywhere on that Magna Cut edge. Maybe a little, but not very much. We'll call it near mint in box. These are out of stock. When they were available, they were $500 web retail. Let's go $325 on this one. $360 if you'd like it to come with my edge. That is the Spartan Blades Elite Grade Defensa. Well, that was pretty exotic, but next up, we have something that's kind of garden variety, but still very desirable. From our friends in Golden, we have the Shaman, and it's a PJ, plain Jane, C229 GP. Black G10 handle, acid stone wash clip and blade in S30V. 3 9/16 blade, heavy duty construction with a compression lock, 4-way clip, rock solid lockup, almost a free dropper, but not quite. Centering is beauteous. Did I tell you the handle's 4 11/16? Maybe not. It's just a beautiful example. Near mint to like new in box. Currently available to be purchased new for the web retail price of $283 plus tax. This one can be yours, $185 all in. Shipped, priority mail, and no sales tax. $205 if you like my edge. The Black and S30V Shaman from Spyderco. Next up, I love this little knife. I love it. It's from Spyderco, and I'm not sure when this was made, but it wasn't yesterday, I don't think. It's the C08S Harpy. So it is a stainless steel handled midlock with a full spider edge hawkbill blade. All pinned construction, but it does have a 4-way clip mount, so I'm not sure what vintage that makes it. Interesting little window into the knife on the show side. You can kind of see how things work inside. You can even see the spring for the midlock. Super cool. Still has the plastic protective overlays from manufacture. Blade is VG10. Let's see. Does it work like a hawkbill ought to work? Be a great ladies' purse knife for a dark alley after work, kind of. 2 13/16 blade, 3 7/8 handle. Rock solid lockup. Blade does ride on little thin phosphor bronze washers, I believe, and the action is beautiful. The centering is as well. I guess we got to call it like new in box. Currently available for a web retail price brand new of $148. Let's go $110 on this one, all in, shipped priority mail. And trust me, no need to sharpen that spider edge hawkbill. It's ready to go. The Harpy SS from Spyderco. Next up is another Spatty. A knife that shone brightly as it flashed across the sky and then went away. It's the Embassy Automatic. Black-handled version. I just dig these. Made in America, by the way. Don't know who made them. Did Spyderco make their own automatic? I don't know. But you got black hard anodized aluminum handle with beautifully inlaid black G10. Pocket clip ambidextrous tip up. Kind of a old school Spidey clip with a satin. Couple little fine hairline scratches in that satin, but very small. Oh, it's a 3-way clip. So if you're right-handed, you can go tip up or tip down. If you're left-handed, you can only go tip up because you got stuff going on here. So button lock automatic with safety. Hey, Benchmade, that's how you do that, by the way. And there's your blade. A swedged something. And the blade steel is S35VN. Blade length 3 1/8. Handle is 4 5/16. Lockup is dead rock solid. The centering is perfection. The action is super fine. Call it near mint in box. Discontinued, out of stock. I can't tell you what these sell for on eBay because you can't sell them on eBay. I can tell you this. This one right here in my hands can be yours for $250 like it is. $275 if you'd like my edge on it. The Embassy Auto from Spyderco. Beautiful jimping, by the way. Cool knife. Next up, more Spyderco. This is the Siren Salt in carbon fiber. The Siren Salt. Peel ply carbon fiber scale set. Such great texture. pocket clip ambidextrous tip-up deep carry wire, a midlock mechanism, kind of a stout spring. CPM S90V is your blade steel. I can never remember who designed this, and I can't read his signature. Blade length is 3 5/8. The handle's 5 1/8. So lots of handle real estate. You can sneak up on it pretty good too. If you don't press the lock bar, I guess it has good lockup. I was touching it right there. I'm going, oh, it's got vertical play. Actually, it does not. Centering is just about perfect. Condition, near mint to like new in box. Available new for $259. Web retail. Let's do this one at $180 like it is. $205 if you'd like, with my edge on that S90V blade. The Siren Salt in carbon fiber and S90V from Spyderco. Next up, we have one from Spyderco. A much beloved, no longer manufactured knife. It is the Magnitude. I think this is the big brother of the Rubicon, and I believe the designer is Peter Carey. Comes handled in beautiful crowned and satin finished carbon fiber. You have a flat dark earth G10 backspacer and pivot collars, a bespoke right hand tip up pocket clip, titanium liners, and it is a titanium liner lock knife, ball bearing flipper, very cool satin, horizontal on the flats, vertical in the hologram primary bevel and on the swedge. The blade steel is S30V. Blade length is 3 1/2. The handle is 4 13/16. Nice scalloped thumb engagement area on your titanium liner. Nice deep secure engagement. Lockup is dead rock solid. Ball bearings work great. Knife centers beautifully. We'll call it near mint in box. These are discontinued and out of stock. Only one sold listing on eBay for this model. It did $405 shipped. This one can be yours for the bargain price of $280, like it is $300 if you'd like it to come with my edge. The Spyderco Magnitude. Next up, a model from Benchmade I've never been able to decide whether I like. In some regards, it's not a knife I would buy, and then I look at it and I go, man, it's so cool. It's the 4170 BK Auto Fact. So slim, so deadly. I like it a lot more in this automatic configuration than I do in the standard manual axis lock. Bolsters are gray anodized, stone-washed aluminum. It might even be like a clear coating. I don't know for sure. Beautiful carbon fiber scales. Black ambidextrous tip-up deep carry pocket clip. It is an auto axis mechanism with a spine-mounted safety. Just pull back the axis bar and out she flies. Black blade in S90V. Blade length is 3 7/8. It is a swedged spear point. This top edge is false. You could almost call it a faux bayonet grind. The handle's 4 13/16. Lockup is dead rock solid. The centering is down the middle. What did I say? Yeah. Condition is like new in box. They're currently out of stock. When they were last available, they had a web retail price of $500. This one can be yours, all in, shipped priority mail. $295 like it is, $320 with an ApostleP edge. The Auto Fact from Benchmade. Next up, Another black box Benchmade automatic. This is the 8551 BK Mediator. Part of a family of Benchmade autos that were released a couple years ago to be lightweight. And this one is a very cool milled pattern in the black G10. It is a button lock automatic with a safety. Nice and positive. The blade, I guess I'm going to call it a reverse Tonto. The steel is CPM S9DV. The blade length is 3 3/16, and the handle length is 4 7/16. Pocket clip will be ambidextrous deep carry tip up shorty parkerized. Lock up is rock solid. Centering is, well, I didn't say. It's pretty darn close to perfect. Let's see, what does it look like to you guys? Yeah. Action's beautiful. Condition, like new in the box. First production run knife, too. I think it's over here. You guys can probably read that better than I can. Yeah. Anywho, available to be purchased new for a web retail price of $350. This one, $225 all in, shipped priority mail. $250 with my edge on that S90V blade. That is the Mediator automatic from Benchmade. Next, one of my favorite Benchmade auto models of all time in a configuration I haven't seen. It's the 4300-1801 CLA with carbon fiber scales. Yes, sirree. Side folding button lock automatic with safety. That's nice. That's how it should be. Action is beautiful. The blade steel is S30V. It's a limited edition knife. Blade length is like 3 3/8-ish. And the handle's like 4 3/8 or something like that, 4.5. I forgot to write it down. Nice run of jimping. Lock up, rock solid. It does have the monolock adjustable lockup. So that hex stop pin, each facet is a different distance from center, so you can get it to lock up exactly like you want it. Centering is very close, but not quite perfect. Near mint inbox, somebody has put their own satin on that shorty deep carry pocket clip. That's why it's not going to be called like new. Anyway, they're out of stock. When they were last available, they were sort of, I think, sold at less than MAP. And knife shipped free for $246. Now they're gone. Your price for this one, $210. All in, shipped priority mail, $230 if you'd like it with my edge. The 4300-1801 CLA limited edition from Benchmade. Next, we got a sweetie from ProTech. Model number E7T03. The Emerson ProTech CQC7 automatic with the black handle and the chisel Tonto blade. You get a nylon pouch and you get a knife. All black, basic black, hard anodized, aluminum handle. Long ProTech clip. The clip will go right hand tip up or tip down. Button lock automatic. Beautiful action. DLC blade in 154 cm. Somebody got a greasy fingerprint. Maybe there was a price tag there. I don't know. Wouldn't be hard to get off. The blade length is 3 1/4. The handle's 4 5/8. Rock solid lockup. Beautiful centering. Chisel ground, remember, as you're looking at it. Very snappy ProTech action. Near mint inbox. Currently available new for $225 web retail. Your price for this one, $170 all in, shipped priority mail. $195 with my edge. The CQC7 Auto from ProTech and Emerson. Next, a super cool knife from ZT. We are going bold. The knife inside the box is a ZT0450 Sinkevich A for anodized. I think Blades We Love did these. You're going to get with it a factory pocket clip not installed. But look at this, guys. Look at that blue or purple anodized finish on that all titanium handle. Oh, and a milled titanium clip. Nice detent, beautiful flipping action. S35 VN blade. 3 1/4 inches long, 4 3/16 handle. Steel inserted titanium frame lock. Kind of deep, but that's okay. Nice free swinging blade. Perfectly centered. Condition will be near mint in box. I have no idea what these cost new. They're long gone. There's a current listing on eBay. It's a buy it now. Guy wants $275. This one, let's just do $195 like it is. $215 with an ApostleP edge. The ZT0450 Ti with the BLU Ano. Next up, more from ZT. Hard to read this label, but it is a ZT0223. Butch Galleon design, I believe. Yeah, look at that. That is so tactical. DLC coated titanium frame and blade. Then it's got what I think is a one-piece flat dark earth integral backspacer, if that makes sense. Back strap. Pocket clip is a slim line, ambidextrous tip up. It's a flipper. Rides on ball bearings. Stunning clip point blade in 20 CV. 3 9/16 blade, 5 1/8 handle. Rock solid lockup. Steel inserted titanium frame lock, locking up right there. Centering. ZT perfect. Condition near mint to like new in box. Discontinued, out of stock. Sold listings on eBay range wildly between $192 and $400. This one can be yours all in, shipped priority mail, $180, $205 with my edge, the ZT0223. Next up, this is an interesting knife. It seems old, but I don't think it's that old. So you got this outer cardboard sleeve. The knife is the number one, a P172 Buffalo from Case. Comes in a presentation style box. That looks like more walnut than mahogany. Velvet lining. Or no, I guess it's felt. But here's the thing. Oh, let me not do that. The covers, I've seen these listed as both diamond wood and Paca wood. It is a laminated wood product, beautifully finished. Look at the tiny pins. These are handmade in Bradford, Pennsylvania. Nickel silver bolsters and end caps, brass liners, oval shield, slip joint knife with about an 8.5 pull. Beautiful polish on this blade. It is in true sharp stainless. Look at that. Very deep etch. 5.5 handle, 4 5/16 blade. It is near mint to like new in box. They haven't made these in a while. Arizona Custom Knives has one available currently for $261. This one can be yours. All in, shipped priority mail, $165. $185 if you'd like it to come with my edge. That's the P172 Buffalo from Case. There you go. Next up, from an extinct knife brand, at least as made in this era. It's a Heckler & Koch by Benchmade, not Hogue. It's the 14200 drop point. Super cool knife. Axis lock knife, hard anodized aluminum bolsters, craton scales, so they're softish. Parkerized split arrow pocket clip, axis lock mechanism, and a beautiful swedged spear point blade. Bead blasted, 154 cm. 3 7/16 blade, 4 9/16 handle. Rock solid lockup. Free drop in action. Perfectly centered. Can't buy these anymore. I don't remember how much they were new. We sold one of these a few months ago for 185 bucks. This one came out of the same collection. We're going to give you 10 bucks off of that. Let's do 175 like it is. 195 if you'd like it with my edge. The H&K 14200 drop point by Benchmade. Next, we're going back in time, boys. Look at that. Early 2000s Benchmade box in pristine condition. And it houses the 690 BC1 Elishewitz in carbon fiber. This is when Benchmade was kind of trying to get in William Henry's knickers. Look at that thing. Carbon fiber bolsters. Solid, not laminated, rosewood scales. Blue anodized titanium liners. Hourglass standoffs. A super cool tip down clip. Opens with a single-sided thumb stud. Rides on phosphor bronze. Beautiful satin finished blade. We'll call that a swedged recurve spear point. And it's a gorgeous black PVD. Blade steel's 154 cm. 3 3/16 blade, 4 1/8 handle. Titanium liner lock, locking up beautifully. Rock solid lockup. Free dropper. And the centering, how can this be? How can this be? It's like perfect. Discontinued, out of stock. Arizona Custom Knives sold one of these recently at $225. We're going to do 200 on this one. 220 if you'd like it with my edge. The 690 BC1 Elishewitz from Benchmade. Beautiful knife. Next. Another one from the early 2000s in a pristine box. The 722S Purdue Axis Tonto. Interesting handle on this one. So these are black G10 scales, but if you notice, there's a step. So the center part of the panel is standard peel ply, and then they've milled away the edge. Just a nice touch. Pocket clip, old school parkerized Emerson style Benchmade clip, axis lock mechanism, opens with thumb studs, rides on phosphor bronze. The blade is ATS 34. Combo edge Tonto. 3 1/4 blade, 4 3/8 handle. Is run on phosphor bronze washers. Almost a free swinger. Rock solid lockup. Beautiful centering for a 20-year-old Benchmade. Ambidextrous tip-up clip. Condition will be very near mint to like new in box. Long discontinued, not a stock. One sold listing on eBay did $225. Let's do $160 on this one, shipped priority mail. $185 with my edge on that Tonto blade. The 722S Purdue from Benchmade. Next, this is my favorite knife in the sale. And you're going to think that's crazy, because it's just a Delica. But it's an old Delica. Gen 1 or 2. I guess 2. Don't know if early 2000s production. So it's got the old style FRN handle with the single fastener reversible tip-up clip. I love that. They originally, I think, had FRN clips and they broke. And then since they were molded into the handle, I think that presented a problem. But anyway, this one's been bent. Needs a little adjustment. But anyway, got your old hollow saber grind, or do we? No, it's a flat saber, DLC coated VG10. Get a longer blade in the old Delica, a full 3 inches. They didn't snub the nose on these. The handle's 4 inches. The lockup is dead rock solid, fully pinned construction. Pretty good blade action. Close on the centering. We'll call it near mint in box. Your price, $125. I know it sounds like a lot, but where are you going to find one that nice? $145 with my edge. Next up is our last Spyderco in tonight's sale. It's from Golden, Colorado, USA, Earth. It's a Mannix 2 lightweight Burple FRCP scales, fiberglass reinforced copolymer. I love the translucent nature of these scales. You get an ambidextrous tip-up wire clip, caged ball lock, opens with a hole, rides on phosphor bronze. That could probably be loosened up a bit. Shall we? I think we shall. Let's see. There we go. Make sure I don't have blade play. And I don't. Centering is very close. Condition is near mint to like new in box. The blade steel's Carpenter CTS BD1N. 3 3/8 blade, 4 5/8 handle. Near mint to like new in box, no pocket lint. This model currently available brand new at your favorite Spyderco retailer for $146 plus tax. This one, $110 all in, shipped priority mail. $130 with my edge. The Mannix 2 lightweight from Spyderco. Next, we're going to finish with 2 Emersons tonight. This first one just makes me smile. It is the La Griffe in black with paracord. So the La Griffe is a Fred Perrin design neck knife. Comes in a sweet little Kydex neck sheath with lots of paracord. I think this is a slidable kind of deal. Yeah. No rattle. You extract thusly. And you got this beautiful DLC coated hunk of 154 cm. The blade length is 1 5/8. The handle is 3 3/16. A chisel ground hawkbill. Yeah. Near mint to like new in box. Year 2000 production, I believe. Let's see if I can get that in there correctly. There we go. They're not available any longer. There is one sold listing on eBay. That knife did $159 shipped. This one can be yours all in, shipped priority mail for $130. $155 if you'd like my edge on it. The La Griffe from Emerson. And that brings us to the last knife in tonight's sale. It's another Emerson. A Mini Commander BTS, which should be a black blade and a combo edge. Look at that fresh Emerson G10. The right-hand tip-up pocket clip. You can open it with the disc. You can open it with the wave. You'd probably even front flip it if you were good. Black coated blade, 154 cm, made in 2006. I love a combo edge on a recurve. It's 2 design elements working together. You want that material to bunch in the recurve, and then you got serrations to make sure it don't get stuck. Just beautiful. Blade length is 3 5/16 of 154 cm. Handles 4 11/16. Your titanium liner lock locks up beautifully. and solidly. It's a little stiffish. We could probably make that better, but I don't want to mess up that gorgeous centering. Near mint to like new in box. One sold listing on eBay for this exact model did $256 shipped. How about we go $180 on this one? $200 if you like it with my edge. The Mini Commander from Emerson. And that, my friends, brings us to the end of another weekly knife sale. This time on the Word is Sharp channel. Grace to you and peace, my friends, from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. Remember, the Word is sharp. Now go commence to clicking. I'll talk to you soon.